What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by SEEREAX for some Dragon Ball Xenoverse news.
Bam!
The reason why I extended the news and emphasized on it is because, well, it's kind of confusing. This is an official press release that came out in Europe. We're still waiting on the US one, which we'll probably see sometime tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure both SEEREAX and myself will have another video in the next day or so.
Yes.
Hopefully,
yes, of course.
clarifying and explaining more information about this, because this press release is just kind of all over the place. Also, by the way, SEEREAX, I hear that you and I and Afro Senju will be at Bandai in a couple days, and we'll have some more gameplay. Is this true?
Yes, I believe that is true, and you will find it in one of three places. We call them the Rhymestyle, the SEEREAX. I couldn't put an H before that, and then Afro Senju. Yes, all of us.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that later this week. We're going to Wednesday, so just... yeah, more content. Anyways, let me just go ahead and read off this press release, and then we'll drop our 2 cents on what we believe this actually means to kind of try to decipher it. It's funny, this is in English, but it feels like it's not in English. All right, so players will have the opportunity to embody one of the most awaited and emblematic characters from Dragon Ball Z Universe. The darkest side of Vegeta will get a chance to gain the upper hand once again as Majin Vegeta. Now, I think what this says is, I think that it says that Majin Vegeta will be in the game, but can you confirm that?
I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be in the game.
No, that's not the one. We're just obviously messing with you. The confusing one is there's something that's mentioned about zero stat avatars, and I'm about to read that paragraph, and then we'll try to decipher to our best what it means. Players will also be able to enjoy a variety of returning, enhanced, and new online modes, as they'll be able to fight with their own unique avatars in ranked or unranked matches. Endless fights will also be available together with the choice of using zero-stat avatars for the ultimate showdown and pure fighting skills. A new groundbreaking 6v1 extra mission will challenge even the best players in a very entertaining way as 6 players try to take down a single NPC boss. Pay attention to your group members as your enemy will do everything that can separate you by sending you and your allies into a different dimension where sub-challenges will have to be overcome. Now,
pretty much the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, get banished to Shadow Realm and Yu-Gi-Oh! That's basically what this is. So you also be able to play. No, I'm just kidding. No, basically, the last part was talking about the new 6v1 mode that was revealed a couple days ago. We've already seen it. But the most interesting part, Dion, the most interesting part in this paragraph is the zero stat avatars. And actually, you had a good theory or explanation what you think that is. So why don't you go ahead and spit that knowledge?
Well, what I think it is, I think this is going to be somewhat... See, it's weird because it did say... correct me if I'm wrong, I don't have it pulled up, but you do. It says zero stat avatars, but it also specifies endless battle.
Yeah, endless fights will also be together with the choice of using zero stat avatars.
Yeah,
now,
okay.
I don't know if this necessarily means endless mode only, or if you're just referring
that's what I was wondering.
That's why I said this is kind of a confusing press release, but yeah, go ahead.
But regardless, I think the approach they're going for is because Xenoverse, although once you do really master everything, it does come down to, who has more skill and stuff like that. But there's obviously still a very heavy emphasis on who built their character better. So who has better attributes,
right,
who has better supers, blah, 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 blah. But it looks like what they're trying to do is if everybody's zeroed out, so it doesn't mean everybody's going to literally have zero on everything. What I think they mean is it's going to be like a flat level playing field. So pretty much it's going to be based off of 100% pure skill, not build.
Yes, exactly. So basically what this means is, let's say I have Emperor Death Beam and you have Enter Death Beam. Death Beam. I have 100 Ki Blast supers, you have 0. If I shoot you with mine, that's probably going to murder you. If you shoot me with yours, it won't murder me. It'll probably take a lot of health. So what we assume the zero stat avatar challenges will be is everything will be set to 0. So, well, not necessarily 0, but the same level. So what my Emperor Death Beam would do is the same damage as his. Now, obviously, Dion's better than me, so he'll probably beat my ass. So that's kind of what we think this says. Again, it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, no, I think what you're saying is correct. It's like, okay, so say for example, let's say you had Xenoverse for you had Xenoverse 2, I guess, for 2 years, right? And then I'm your friend, and I'm just like, oh, I'll pick this game up. Hey, we should play or something. But you're gonna be like, oh, well, I'm level 99. But
yes.
That was the issue in Xenoverse 1, but in Xenoverse 2, looks like there's going to be a mode to where, you can just pick this up with anybody, and you guys will be on the same level.
Exactly.
And you don't have to worry about attributes and stuff. It's just strictly skill.
Now, I know one of the biggest requests was to have options in the fights online, so you can do stuff like main characters only, avatars only, or whatever. We still don't know what the standings are for these options, if we're going to get them or not. Fingers crossed, because we did send our feedback. I think all of us, literally, in our feedback, when we emailed them, even last week, again, had that as a request. So
time.
Yeah, and time too. But a lot of stuff that we requested. But at least for now, we do know that the zero avatar thing could kind of help balance out the many issues with the game. I mean, when it comes down to it, if you have that broken character build, which a lot of people did eventually learn how to do, it kind of got not fun playing as, you know, the regular characters. Like, if I want to play as freaking Guldo, and I'll go up against, you know, Dion over here with his...
Go against a 100 basic attack male human or something. Screw that.
3 punches and I'm dead. It just wasn't fun. So at least this is a step in the right direction. And again, hopefully they'll give us more things like, again, options in the online modes and stuff like that. Again, they have the feedback. It's literally in front of them. And it's basically up to them whether or not they want to give to us before the game comes out or patch it at some point in the future. But you best believe if it's not in the game, we will do our best to fight to have that, you know, release.
The ball is in their court, as the kids like to say.
Now, the next paragraph is kind of interesting and actually has me pretty excited. The amount of quests have increased to twice the amount of previous game, as will also include new versions of parallel quests from the first Xenoverse game, as well as a new system for rare item drops that will allow players to hunt for their ideal costumes and accessories. So
that's interesting.
Yeah. So I don't remember how many quests were available in Xenoverse 1. I want to say 66 or so, somewhere around there.
I know it was 50 before. I mean, it was like 50. It was in the 50s before the DLC, and then with the DLC, I'd say like 60, 70 was a safe bet.
Yeah.
So over 100 quests for sure.
That's incredible. I mean, I enjoyed the parallel quests as a fun little aspect to play after you complete the main story mode. On top of that, it was fun to play with friends. So this actually has me really excited. And looks like they are bringing back some of the older parallel quests, but new versions of them. So I mean, I don't know if they're redoing them or what the deal is, but hey, the more quests the better, so I will take them. But the one that has me the most hyped is a new system for rare item drops.
Again, we're just reading this, so we don't really know exactly how it's going to work, but it is very interesting. I mean, I think a lot of people would say that anything would beat the RNG from last time. So as long as they're taking somewhat, even if it's just a baby step away from that.
Listen, I want you guys, to those who got the platinum trophies or the platinum achievements, in the comment section below, say hashtag I did it. I know I gave up.
There's gonna be a lot of liars in the comment section.
Hey, but tell the truth. Me and Dion didn't do it. We've been playing the game nonstop since it came out. Yeah. To those who don't know what the platinum trophy is, basically means you got every single trophy or achievement in the game, and one of them was to have every single super attack as well as clothing item. And since RNG was kind of a big factor in Xenoverse 1, I didn't even attempt it because there's nothing more annoying than playing that one parallel quest over and over again to not get the drop. But hopefully,
just today I was doing, I think it was parallel quest, whichever one it was, in the Ginyu Forest where you can get Mach Dash.
Right.
I had that on my old PSN, so on my new one I was trying to get it, and I played that mission and got a Z rank 10 times in a row, and that's the only, I still haven't gotten it, long story short.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying, but hey, at least they listened to the feedback that we all sent them, and there is going to be a better way to handle, I guess, the drops for the items as well as super attacks. Now, of course, when we get details on how this is going to work, we will let you guys know, so make sure you subscribe to both our channels if you're new here, and we'll keep you guys in the loop. Now, the last part, again, very ambiguous with the statement, but at least it's something. Last but not least, fans from all over Europe will be able to get a sneak peek of the online mode in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, thanks to an upcoming open beta. More details soon. Players will be able to explore Content City and have fun discovering expert missions. Now, we get 2 bits of information about that. Number one, to those who are like, wait a minute, only Europe? This is a European press release, FYI.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be Americanized or US-sized, I don't know what the word is, and released.
Americanized was correct.
Yeah, Americanized that one. US-sized. It's going to be a worldwide beta, but the question we've all been having so far is whether or not it's going to be open or closed. And I mean, when the game went up for pre-order on PSN a couple days ago, it said you get access to the closed beta. But now this is talking about an open beta, so we can't tell if there's going to be 2 planned, or if maybe they meant to say open in the, you know, online or the PSN store pre-order, or there's going to be an open beta or a closed beta. Like, we have no clue.
Maybe European? No, that wouldn't make any sense. I was gonna say maybe European was open, but then
no, they wouldn't do that. That would.
But
yeah, that would just.
I wouldn't agree with it.
Yeah.
But
that would just piss people off, like, to the fullest. And as I said in my video a couple days ago, if it is only a thing where you have to pre-order digitally, that would piss off everybody who got the game physically, because a lot of people did pre-order a physical copy of Xenoverse 2, you know, the collector's edition, all that stuff. So it wouldn't be fair. What makes the most sense is to do an open beta and just drop the closed word, because basically to differentiate, closed beta means you have to do something to get in, like get invited. Whereas open beta, anybody can just download it and then play, and that's it.
Yep.
What were you gonna say though?
Well, what I was interested about is, what did they say was included in the beta? They said you could explore. So
I was about to get to that.
Xenoverse, go
so
ahead.
The first Xenoverse beta basically consists of you being able to create a character between a Namekian And was it the Saiyan race or humans? It was Saiyans, right? Yeah.
I think it was Namekian and just saying.
Right.
Wasn't. Yeah.
They also had a couple of regular characters in it as well, like Goku, I believe Nappa and Raditz, but I don't remember. That might be completely hairy as far as my memory. But it just basically allowed to go into Toki City and then play with friends online. I think they had like one parallel quest, but I don't remember.
It was very limited. It was very
limited. But this time, it seems like we'll get a first look at Canton City, and we also get to play the new expert missions, which are basically the 6v1 boss fights. And I assume we also can do challenges like 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3s like last time. So that's basically what you can expect in the beta. Again, there's very little detail when it's happening, and you know, whether or not it's actually open or closed.
It's got to be relatively soon. I mean, the game comes out in October. We are towards the end of August. So
yeah,
I mean,
my best guess is sometime September, because if the game's coming out in October, they're going to be spending basically the last few weeks touching the game up. So the best sense will be to do a beta sometime September, and then once the beta is done. And to those who don't know, beta also means like it's a limited demo. Basically, like, you know, you can download a game, play it for like a day, and that's it. And then after that, it'll shut the service down, and then you have to play the real game when it comes out in October. So what I think is going to happen is, at some point in September, we'll get the actual beta, and we'll get to play it for like a day or two or a weekend maybe, and then they'll probably take whatever feedback they get from that and kind of finalize the final game, the final game, and release in October. So, yeah.
Do you think we'll get transformations in the beta? I doubt it, but that would be... No, I doubt it. It's
I don't know.
Because we didn't get Super Saiyan in the first beta.
We did.
I just want to know if I'll be able to be
a
giant Namekian.
The difference between the first beta and the second one is due to the fact that the first beta came out months before the game was finished. Xenoverse 2 as of right now is done. All they're really doing right now is kind of adding the last bit of patches. You know, they're kind of like fixing up those little things here and there, and that's it.
Right.
Like,
the beta is very likely they have the main game of Xenoverse, and they're blocking off X, Y, and Z for the beta and cutting it out for us.
Yeah. Whereas the beta that came out, you know, in Xenoverse 1 was like the game was like 30% done when that game came out at that point, or when the beta came out at that point. So I don't know. I mean, again, once we find out actual information, and it says more details soon, we'll let you guys know. So stay tuned to our channels, Rhymestyle and SEEREAX, and we'll keep you guys in the loop with the know. Hey, Dion, do you want to be in the loop with the know?
Whatever that means, yes. That sounds like something I want to do. My hype level is over.
Are you more hyped for Xenoverse 2 or pulling a cool Dokkan card? That's what I want to know.
End this video.
So anyways, if you're hyped for Xenoverse 2 and you're excited to play the beta, make sure you leave a like right below. Any questions, comments, feedback, feel free to drop it down below. The question we want to ask you guys right now is, what race are you going to choose first? Comment that down below. I feel like I kind of pulled that question out of nowhere.
No, that's a good question, because I've been thinking about it.
Well, I've asked it several times. But like, you know, we keep getting new information, new transformations, everything revealed here and there. So every time we get new information, it's like, oh, well, maybe I want to play this race, that race.
It's almost like they're trying to sell you on each race. Like they're all lined up and they're like, hey, come here. It's like they're that creepy guy in the alley flipping a nickel up and down with a hat tilted, like a very suspect looking guy, and they're like, hey, come join the Frieza clan. And I'm like, bro, get that tail away from me. But I don't know. Which one are you going for?
I'm going to go with for the Frieza race again, because I like the speed boost that they get. It's very dangerous, and I feel like
it's going to be scary, dude. Because your play style too, I know
it's very aggressive.
Topic, but yeah, you're always dashing at me. I think I'm going to be a Saiyan, so if I catch you in a combo, you're done.
Yeah.
Right, anyway.
So comment down below which race you're going to play as, and I guess stay tuned for more information. So, yeah. Anyways, we hope you enjoy the rest of the day. This has been SEEREAX and Rhymestyle, and we'll see you guys in the comment section below.
Goodbye.